In this video, we are taking a look at Jurassic World Hammond Collection Troodon. It was introduced in the 2011 video game Jurassic Park the Game. The artwork is basically a reworked image of a velociraptor. On the back we have 3 images of the figure, including one of its creepy looking glass eye. Here we have the figure unpacked. As usual, it comes in a few pieces. Now let's get his tail attached. And here we have the figure all put together. Here we have Troodon. It's a fairly unusual looking figure. It's very different to the previously released Attack Pack figure. First thing we notice on our figure is this warped lower jaw. And it just looks really odd like this. The tail also has some issues. You can see pieces of the wire inside its tail sticking out. The figure has a nice variation of colours. We have this greenish tone with this black speckling across the figure, along with orange markings across its back and even on the tip of its snout. Starting with its head and trying to ignore its mouth, we have these unusual looking eyes, and anyone unfamiliar with the game would think Troodon was blind. The glass eyes seem to have a white background, a pale pupil to give it a glowing effect. Here on top of its head, we have some quills. The articulated head on its really long neck is covered in the speckling detail, along with folds and wrinkling details. Some of these wrinkles and folds carry on down to its body, and we have even more quills along its back, which also has this cool looking orange dry brushing. As you can see, we have even more black and brown speckling across the top of the figure. The figure's rear legs are quite long and slender. The legs do have some muscle definition, with loads more black speckling, and we even have some charcoal grey feet. The arms on this figure are very thin. Just look how curved its fingers are, which would have stood out better if the claws were painted. Here you can see how much speckling details this figure has. I do like the contrasting orange on its snout, along its back, onto its tail. Overall, the figure has some really nice details to it, but I'm still a little disappointed with the quality issues on our figure. But the one thing I really like on this figure is its creepy looking glass eyes. The figure has 14 points of articulation, like here at the tail. Legs move here, at the knees, and at the feet. Arms out to the side, like this. Bend at the elbows. Same on the other side. Neck moves like this. You can twist around. And you can pose him like this. And the head moves like this. You have him looking up if you want. You can also twist around. The jaw opens up. As inside of his mouth. Here we have the Hammond Collection Troodon alongside the Cretaceous Attack Pack Troodon. And you can see there's quite a difference between these two figures, but they both have quills on their heads and their backs. Here's a side view of both figures, and you can see there's quite a difference in their design. The Hammond Collection is taller, whereas the Attack Pack has a crouch position. Here you can see they have very different head and neck sculpts, with different styles of quills on their heads. The Attack Pack is miles different to the Hammond Collection figure. It doesn't even have milky looking eyes. As our Troodon had a quality issue in its lower jaw, we got a replacement. To see if this one was any better than the first one we got. And here we have them both together. The new one is on the right. It also has a slight issue with its lower jaw, but nowhere near as bad as the first one we received. Troodon was introduced in Jurassic Park the Game back in 2011. This figure has really cool articulation here in the neck and head. And one of its coolest features is its milky looking glass eyes. In the game, Troodon was a small nocturnal pack hunter with parasitic breeding habits, and they used venom to incapacitate their victims. Then they would lay their eggs inside the body of their victims. It's a really interesting looking figure once you look past all the quality issues, with its lower jaw and tail. But other than that, it's a cool looking figure. Thanks for watching this video.